Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. This is the show where we cover local news, we cover after dark topics, entertainment, and hot topics. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and also tell a friend to tell a friend. If you are generous, you can hit our Cash App. If you are very much so friendly, you want to keep on with the show, you can sign up for a membership and you can be a part of all of the greatness. Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? This is Gary Little G Jenkins from the R&B Group Show. When I come to Tulsa, I hang out at the Queen Tulsa show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I am your host, Queen Tulsa, and today is definitely the end of the year. And first of all, I want to thank everybody. If you've come out and you have supported me throughout this year, I definitely want to personally thank you for supporting me, believing in me, subscribing, telling a friend, or seeing me somewhere and saying, hey, I really like this lady and I'm going to give her a chance. So, first and foremost, I want to say that. Secondly, I want to say, if you have not already, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Um, and I'm not really sure what's going on with StreamYard, but it will not let me in from a certain angle that I'm trying to come in from. I'm trying to come in from a totally different situation. That's my laptop. So I'm not really sure if it's crashing or, the people don't want the live to go on. However, we are pressing on. Let's get into this social media frenzy. It's been a whole social media frenzy with T.S. Madison and, Khia. They were working on the Queen's Court. And this was years and years and years ago, right? And so when things went sour or things had come to an end or their season was up from working with each other, they branched off, they did their own things. There was some back and forth at the beginning, because tensions were high. Somebody would make a video or somebody would make content or some subs will bring some information or screen record some information and send it to either party, and there were videos, but then it stopped. It's like, okay, you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, we're gonna progress. This is Khia and TS Madison situation. Well, then you have this struggle bandit um that comes along and was a fan of TS Madison, still is, if you ask me. She's still a fan of hers. And this woman will clickbait, make a video, rehash old drama, old feelings, and she just can't let it go. Well, to take matters to the next level, there is a neutral party, which is Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva was at one point friends with old girl, and Funky Dineva is friends with T.S. Madison, right? Well, Funky Dineva allegedly was a roommate to this young lady and had apparently did some odd things or some things that she would call odd. I had no clue about it until she brought it to the forefront, to social media. And so it's, yeah, it's been a lot. But this is not something that just happened yesterday. This is something that has been broiling in the oven, or let us just say, or sitting in the crock pot. You know, I'm not sure what is going on, but my system seems like it is crashing. Somebody don't want me to get this live out there. They playing with my system, guys. But anywho, we're going to progress. You have Khia that, like I said, she's doing her own thing, and I don't think that she needed Michelle's help with a rebuttal to the end of Kaya's and T.S. Madison's relationship, right? And so, you just have these bloggers that claim that they have so much on their plate. They are doing a lot out here in these streets and they just have content. But this woman brings T.S. Madison up every 5 minutes. This woman will go and reminisce on a video about her encounter, her conversation, or what she felt like was a conversation, because these are just videos. She's made a name, she's created a name. She claims that she's for the LGBTQIA plus community, but every chance she gets, she's misgendering. And it's like, sis, if you're not pressed, if you're not bothered, and you're so, loving, and and you are so deep in your womanhood that nobody can persuade you of anything different, why are you carrying on? I get it. You would never let it go. You need a friend, and you are obsessed. And there's a rumor going around, that this woman, allegedly, you know, is given the brat, funkified. You know what I'm saying? Is given funkified. And what's so interesting is this lady was on live last night. She was at her friend's party, and they told her that she can sleep outside on the couch. Now, I was in the chat, I was watching, and I was like, oh Lord, no. I was like, oh Lord Jesus, don't let her get close to no couch. Don't let her get close to no couch, because allegedly, from what I've heard, she put some stank on it. You know, you know how I told Tina, to put some stank on it. This woman puts some stank on it any and every time she gets a moment. Okay, so let's be clear, let's be fair. If we are going to talk about it, we are really going to talk about it. You know, and let's just say this, Miss Miss Stankadank Dank. We gonna call her Miss Stankadank Dank, right? We gonna call her Miss Stankadank Dank. Hey Norris. Okay, so Miss Stankadank Dank. Now, she's a fan of mine, right? A big fan of mine, right? And she doesn't want to give me my credit where credit is due. This woman sits up here and did content, right? She knew who I was. She knows exactly who I was. This is the thing. She takes content from our community and she does not want to give you credit. Let's talk about it, right? So let's go ahead and pull up the facts because if you guys did not know, I do have two Instagrams, right? And let me go ahead and put it on out there. So this is my first Instagram. This is the Instagram that I started off with first before I even went Queen Tulsa, right? Okay, so as you can see right here, Matt's Sweet Treat, right? Right? And then when of course, we have the Thirst Trap Boys. Of course, we have, content. This is where it all goes down. So, kind of like the behind the scenes. Let's get into it. Oh, my interview with MC Shaky. That's on there. Me, my mom. So that's me. That's my mom. Of course, me. I think that was a funeral. Um, and you can see like a lot more on here, right? So this is when I was on Storm's channel with him and Vaughn, right? So this is just, this is when I first got my little baby. She's so big right now. That's Bambi when she was a baby. You know? So, me getting ready for an interview, looking good, feeling good. This was me commemorating 1921. It was a sneakers ball, and I shook it up. I shake everything up whenever I go somewhere. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and drop that right on down. So, I say that to say this. This goes into our next. This goes into our next one, two, get up. Right? So, let me go ahead and put my banner up. Let me go ahead and put my banner up and we're going to go ahead and get this on out the way. Disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is the use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. This video was made for entertainment purposes and is transformative in nature, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and get down in the nitty gritty.
Your belly. And I'm like, Lord, see, I don't make it up. I just blog about it. Okay. I just blog about it. So in this fan mail, I'm gonna let y'all see. I ain't gonna tell you the girl's name who sent it. I'm gonna let y'all see it so y'all don't think I wrote it. Hold on, let me share this screen. In this fan mail, this person on Sunday night said, so Mike and CB was on IG Live. Someone kept calling the device they were using. CB asked Mike, "Babe, who's that constantly calling you?" Mike said, "I don't recognize the number." Shortly after, Mike became what appeared to be uncomfortable.
All right, guys. So, mind you, I just showed you guys my social media, Matt Sweet Treat, right? That's been my name. Everybody knows me as Matt Sweet Treat. That's the name that I was going by before I discovered Queen Tulsa. So, just giving you guys a little backstory to what's going on.
Only allowed half of his face to appear on the camera. Someone dropped a message or comment saying it could be an emergency. CB asks, "Why are you not fully on the camera then?" Adjusted the camera. Pay attention to the comments from the Matt's person. I was seeing the screen.
Okay, guys. So that Matt's person, do I need to bring up my Instagram again? Matt's Sweet Treat is the name. Matt's Sweet Treat is my Instagram name. So when we say research, I'm doing research and trying to figure out why this lady, was showing my screen name on her channel, but did not reach out to me. I reached out to her and told her, hey, Michelle, give me credit. That's me. Here's my YouTube, right? But let's get into it.
Screenshots in the order displayed during the IG live session. So I'm like, okay, let me look. I'm like, let me see the screenshot. So y'all see the screenshots right there, right? So let me make it big for you. There go one. The person said, somebody said answer, maybe it's an emergency. So apparently he had got a call in the middle. They was on his phone going live. And look at Cynthia. Cynthia looking like, let's see. Sometimes pictures tell a story. And oddly enough, while I'm looking at this,
All right, guys. So I want you to pay attention on the screen right now. It says Matt's Sweet Treat. It's under the comment of Cynthia's chin. You can see treat right there. That's Matt's Sweet Treat, right? Let's get into it. That's my channel. That's my page. This is what we're doing. We're doing research, right? Matt Sweet Treat is my username. If I go on Instagram right now and ask users what was my name that I was going by, they're gonna say Matt Sweet Treat. But let's get into it. Oh, we got visitors in the house. Okay, we have Norris Tony in here. We got Kevin Scamuals. Hello, everyone. Hey, Kevin. Kevin says Michelle is a hater, a big one, heavy on the hater.
enough, I went back to go look at the live, and Cynthia deleted it. Ooh, Cynthia deleted it. But anyway, let me look. So then here goes somebody said, you see somebody said, can't see Mike. And then Matt Sweet Treat said, Mike, I'm still waiting on my flight.
Okay, let's take that back. I'm married, got children, got a family. Let's get into
Treat said, Mike, I'm still waiting on my flight. I'm like, oh, your flight. Wait a minute. Is Mike fluing somebody out, or is that somebody trolling? So then the same person said, Mike, the kids and I miss you. Come see us when you get away from her. When you get away? Wait a
it. Now, listen, you see how invested this woman gets? Oh, she gets so excited on the insides. She loves to sit up here and tell a story, but don't want to give credit where it's due. That's a problem in the blogger world. It's like you're a big YouTuber, right? You don't have, I mean, what are you? Little old me. Little old me. You couldn't give me my shine. You couldn't let me get my 5 minutes, send the people my way. She's a great content creator. Go check her out. But no, it wouldn't let you. That greediness would not let you. But let's get into it, people.
minute. And look, Cynthia looking, Mike got his hand on his head, like, oh my goodness, what is this? Then here's another one. Then the same person said, controlling Cynthia, stop being a granny. Mike is lying. He knows me. Mike, the kids and I miss you. Come see us when you get away from her. 10, 12, 8. Stop. And I'm like, what is going on? I don't understand what is going on. And this, look, it could be a troll. It could.
But Michelle, you reach out to everybody else, but you couldn't reach out to me in my DM. When you trying to get your facts together, you reach out to Nene. You be all on that woman's sack. You be all on that woman's sack, honey. If she poop, you gonna be the first one to smell it. That's how up her rear you are.
Could be a troll. I don't know. It could be a troll. Look, I'm just reading. This is the fan mail. Y'all be peeping game. Like I said, I went over there and it was deleted. Anyway, here's another one. Somebody said, I live you, Mike. I don't know if they was trying to say I love you. I live you, Mike. My husband is right next to me.
So if you notice, she's not really trying to continue to say my name, Matt's sweet treat. Oh, somebody says, I live you, Mike. Girl, read the name. Read the name, is Miss Honey. Read the name. See, at that point, that's when she knew. She was like, oh my God, that's that superstar. That's that superstar Queen Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. That's what it was. Trust me. What else would it have been? You didn't want nobody else to get their message. You didn't want nobody else to get that message. You didn't want nobody to come and see me. That's sad. That's really sad that you would sit over there and hover over this situation. I mean, you wouldn't even let me get my moment. But go off.
You see, he was scooching out the camera, and then they said something else. Oh, she's a gutter snipe. I don't know who they was talking about. Cynthia sent me a pair of slides. So this person was talking. This person was talking a lot. So I was like, well, it's I won't. I look. I went to look.
And see, at this moment, this is when you know somebody. I mean, girl, why was you pressed about it? Why couldn't I have gotten my moment? Like, seriously, Miss Thing, what was the big situation? What was the big situation? And I mean, you knew I was hot. You know I was that girl. Okay, now get into it.
Look, I went to look at the person's Instagram, and the person is married with kids. The person is married with kids. I'll let y'all go over there. Look, I ain't gonna put her on blast on here because I didn't reach out to the lady. I talked to the lady, but it's a real.
But why not, Michelle? Why not? Why?
Instagram account with a real person on it who's really married and who really had kids. So I was like, what's going on? I don't know if she's Mike's type. I don't know any of that. All I know is the person is really married. You said it's a troll. It might be. It might be. But, I just wanted to, let y'all see what I be seeing in my DM.
But yeah, Michelle, now that you know, then now you need to give me credit and you need to come over here and you need to apologize. Yes, Mike does need to come and see the kids. Okay? They're getting older. Okay? Listen, Mike has a lot of female friends. Right? We all know that. and some of us like a friendly man. Okay? So you need to scooch on out the way and give credit where it needs. Kevin says Michelle needs to talk about how she was dating a married man, Bob Whitfield, Sheree Whitfield ex-husband. Michelle and Funky or Junkie Doneva both was friends at the time, and they would harass Sheree. Oh, really? You know what? I do remember that. Didn't isn't there a video where Funky Dineva and Michelle was out there on Sheree's land, looking and scrounging around for building materials? You know? I mean, it's the obsession. The obsession. When you talk about obsession, this woman is obsessed. I wonder, is that like, where does that come? Where does that stem from? And then, you know what? Funky says, there was a little twang left behind. Anytime she sits down. Let's see. All right. Now let's go ahead and bring up some facts. Well, with all due respect, I think us ladies, we should be aware of our hygiene just as well as you men. Okay. Some of you men need to get up in the crevices of that crack, and you need to let that water hit it. You need to let that soap hit it, and y'all need to clean as well. So now this isn't a bashing session. We about to inform everybody of their hygiene. Okay. Well, we do have questions. We do have questions. Let's talk about it. Are you really tearing up? I mean, tear that club up. It gives me tear that club up. Tear that club up. Tear that club up. Tear that club up. Tear that no. Oh, child. But yeah. What is going on? What is going on is what the people are saying. It is a crying shame that you are out here All right. Listen here, guys. They are really trying to do a number, but we are going to definitely get our story out there. Give us 1 second. Let's go ahead and thank you. 30 seconds. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. All right. So here we are. Let's get into it.
That whole, it shouldn't have a smell, and if it does have a smell, it's because she got an infection. In 2016, that's no longer an excuse. It's too many panties, pills, and potions out there for your pussy to smell putrid. Okay? Come on for that double alliteration. It's too many panties, pills, and potions out there for your pussy to smell putrid. Okay? Remember that. It just is. Let me tell you something. You know, if it was me, bitch, I would have went in that goddamn bathroom. I would have took my panties off and flushed them holes in the toilet. I would have washed the front of my dress and held that shit under the dryer while I took all the people toilet paper and washed my ass. Okay? This shit is fucking ridiculous. Perhaps the bitch should have went and put some plastic panties on. Or maybe she should have asked they asked for it to go back and wrap them between her legs or something. Because I refuse to believe that if a woman has an infection that's on her cycle, there's not something out there that she can put on to capture, trap, and imprisonate that smell. Yes.
I've been locked up. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. That's the type of panties that she needed. I've been locked up. They won't let me out. It won't let me out. Yes. Girl, let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Yes. Absolutely. Let's get these likes up. Come on, Funky.
God, honey, imprisonate. That word I made up. Imprisonate that damn smell. Give that shit 15 years to life. Okay? Because that smell don't have no problem being out in society with the general people. And especially with the classy-based people when we down to the classy-based bar with the rich cars. No, God, honey, it was just too much. And then had the nerve to be the life of the damn party. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down spreading this goddamn smell like an STD, okay, perhaps she did have an STD because this shit was just ridiculous. And I'm talking about, I'm with 40 plus year old people. Now look, when I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, they ain't teach me nothing about having no coochie. And the clay coochie that I got ain't never smelled. You listen.
And this is the same woman that likes to say that Funky Dineva is a junkie. She likes to go out there and say, oh, he stole my refrigerator. Oh, he pooped all over the house. Like this man couldn't control his bowels. But it's somebody in that house that likes to smell poop. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's the plastic panties. Maybe she should have had some. Because that is foul. She didn't rant. I mean, she tried to be friends with Khia and, funked up the place and got kicked out, allegedly. You know what I mean? Listen here. I want to say we can all smell ourselves before anybody else. Listen here. If I got a little twang up under my arm, I'm going to smell that before you get up on me. It's just natural. That's why we have senses. You know, we have eyes to see, nose to smell. You smell yourself before anybody else. Kevin says they know where each other's bones are buried. They dig them up and draw a crowd to watch it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, it's like this woman, this is her bread and butter. Those stories right there, it's the bread and butter. It will never be unalived in her book. She could, that's her spades. Let me pull out the spades, let her pull out the spades. Madison is a spade, Khia is a spade, Funky Dineva is a spade. You know what I mean? And she's the clubs because she's always at them. You know what I mean? But Funky, let us hear a little bit more, honey.
We all human, and we all have smelled before. We have all been musty. We have all left the house and put on deodorant. But
And I just said, didn't I just say that, y'all? I just said that. I said, listen here. As far as like up under the arms, if I'm getting hot, listen here, if you getting hot up under the arms, if those, if if there's a if there's a blaze, what in the blazing bejesus?
I'll be damned if I be smelling between my legs to the point in which somebody else smelled it. Let me tell y'all something. The last time I smelled between my legs like that, child, I probably had to be 15 years old walking home from high school in the Miami sun. That's a reason to smell between your legs, okay? But as a grown person who just going to sit down and eat and have a couple cocktails, there is no reason like,
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Child, come on. Listen here, says in 2023, I don't want to hear you crying about Funky Dineva. I don't want to hear you crying about T.S. Madison. I don't want to hear it. It's giving you, it's somebody get the memo out. Hit Shakana up. We got two contenders. We got Malago Grams that want to cry, and we got Michelle ATLian Brown that wants to cry on that crying tour. Can somebody reach out to Shakana and tell her that the tissues, the Kleenex, she got her backups. Okay? And she could probably get Funky Dineva in there. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely could see Funky up in there, but absolutely. Somebody reach out to Shakana and let her know that we have some contenders that are willing participants to get a piece of tissue and cry. Oh yeah. Gather up Black women, get your tissues, and we're about to have a cry fest. That's what that's the vibe from observations, right? All right, guys. Well, listen, that's all we have for today, for right now. But listen here, I want you guys to stay tuned tonight. We are definitely going to be turning up for New Year's. So wherever you are, I want you to be on your phone because I want the audience to see everybody out having a great time. I'm going to post the link and I want everybody to come in. I'll do a 2022 recap of my fabulous year this year and up and coming years. 2023, I've already told you guys I don't have any brakes. My brakes don't work. I'm not stopping. And we are just going to prepare for takeoff. going into 2023, prepare for takeoff. On that note, I'm your host, Queen Tulsa. This is the Queen Tulsa Show. And on that note, we'll see you next time. So long. Hello, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa Show. This is the show where we cover local news, we cover after dark topics, entertainment, and hot topics. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and also tell a friend to tell a friend. If you are generous, you can hit our Cash App. If you are very much so friendly, you want to keep on with the show, you can sign up for a membership and you can be a part of all of the greatness. Thank you so much.
What's up, everybody? This is Gary Lou G. Jenkins from the R&B Group. So when I come to Tulsa, I hang out at the Queen Tulsa Show.